but you know I never will. No, so I choke you down just like a pill.
Got the new kicks. Woo. All right guys, so we just busted out that workout. How would you rate that?
10 out of 10.
Sure.
Yeah, oh, okay.
10 out of 10, there's very few 10 out of 10s.
Oh yeah, okay, so that was like a 7 out of 10.
What's one thing we could have done to make that workout better?
One thing we could have done is took a rest day yesterday, so that today was just full pump, full strength, full like, all gears go. Like.
Yeah, I think a rest day and then more food. See, what happened is halfway through the workout, we're doing so much volume and then we're filming and we're taking pictures in between. So you just kind of get starving, honestly, because you're there for like 2.5 hours. So the move that I've been doing on this bulk is actually bringing some intra-workout carbs with me, whether it's like a banana or like just something very simple carbs, maybe even like a little piece of candy or whatever it may be, just something to pop in me. But today I didn't do that and kind of paid the price. So we started to falter at the end, but we still hit some really nice PRs in the beginning on that.
Shoulder press.
Shoulder press was bomb. We hit 165 for a set of like 4, and then 155 for 5, and then we're just busting out like 135 for 10 or so. But now we're back to the Casa. We're gonna go make some food, and I'm gonna show you guys what that post-workout meal looks like. Dough. All right, carbon up with some terribly delicious Pop-Tarts. Not very much longer than I'm able to eat Pop-Tarts on a whim. Just kind of fill in my carbs with Pop-Tarts. But to go along with that, I'm gonna make 5 egg whites and 2 whole eggs with some spinach, get some protein in me, get some work done, and then I'm gonna make a bigger meal in about an hour and a half. Anywho, let's get eating.
Right there.
Yo, it's your 2 favorite scallywags. This is actually not really, well, I guess it is chronological, but this is the next day. So yesterday we filmed that whole push workout. We just finished up a pull workout at the same gym, EOS Fitness in San Diego. There's this whole notion that's sold to people, you know, through coaching or through social media or, you know, whatever the platform is. And even when I first got into it, I heard it from other guys in the gym, and it's that hard work will beat talent, or hard work is like the only way to build an amazing physique or to build something that you're proud of. I actually have a bit of a bone to pick with this, and obviously I'm not against hard work. Hard work is a critical component to really anything in life, especially a physical activity like working out, but it's not everything. There's a caveat, right? It's like, the analogy I like to make is that how come a laborer who's out there, you know, raking lawns or mowing lawns makes less money but works harder than the CEO or maybe the entrepreneur or whoever it may be? If you looked at the level of work that's actually being put in, the laborer is putting in way more work than the CEO, but the disparity in what they're getting paid or the return on investment, which is their time, it doesn't even compare at all. And so when I first started working out, I had this fighter mentality. I went in there and I grinded it out. And the crazy thing is, even factoring in like the whole newbie gains thing, the progress that I make now with the knowledge that I have way surpasses what I was making in the first couple years. My return on effort is so much higher. Every bead of sweat that drips when I'm in the gym is a return on investment on the physical form. My body is developing in a way that it never was previously, and so I'm getting more sweat equity. I'm getting a better return on that sweat equity. It's just everything is better, and it comes down to really 3 points that I've summed up. But I want to get Zach's take on it, right? Because Zach and I have been grinding side by side. We've been building up our physique. Zach was actually who got me. He was the one that got me into the gym. He's the one that inspired me to start. And so we've been kind of neck and neck going to the gym for a long time. And I feel like you would probably agree with me that your gains are of higher quality. with the knowledge that you have now, and particularly like the last year or two, your physique has blown up.
No, especially within the last year. The last year, both of our physiques have actually just I feel like we just hit like a 2 times multiplier.
Yeah.
Like with our gains. I honestly feel like we're in the gym.
Are we working harder though?
No, I feel like we're in the gym less, but we're more efficient with our workouts. And I think our diet is key. And I think the fact that we live together and we can keep each other in check is like living with your coach.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, like, it's outside of the gym. It doesn't matter how much work you put in inside the gym. What you do outside of the gym also affects your physique in a big way.
Yeah, it's full circle, man. And like, what ends up happening is you start applying the same frame to other components of your life, right? And again, I don't want to discredit hard work. Hard work is crucial. Listen to me, hard work is super important. But whatever you're doing in life, whether it's getting a job or, you know, starting a business or going to school even, there's certain times when working smarter will way surpass just plain out hard work, right?
It's strategy.
It's strategy.
You gotta have strategy.
You gotta have strategy. And that's what I'm gonna share right now. What I want from this video is for you guys to take away these 3 points, start applying them to your physique, to your training, get some incredible results. But more than that, what I really want is you guys to watch this video and take this same frame and start applying it elsewhere in your life. And you're gonna be amazed at how much strategy plays into everything in your life. I mean, every facet, strategy is critical. So work hard, strategy. Amazing. So let's dive into those 3 points. So I think the first thing that we can both agree on is progressive overload, right? The whole idea of going to the gym and getting a pump, how important is it really? Not. It's not nice. Very important.
It's nice though.
It's fun.
Okay, so I remember my first 5 years of training, I was pretty much the leader of my own training regimen. And I remember that most of my workouts were based around the same exercise, 10 to 12 range, get a pump, get full. And I made decent progress, but it wasn't until Sumner moved down and we started focusing on strength, that's when my freaking physique went to another level.
Boom.
Progressive overload, focusing on longer rest times with more weight being moved versus then volume. You know?
Yeah. And really focusing on progression each workout, or, you know, maybe not each workout, but every training block. So the thing is, like, I used to be caught up in this whole mentality of I would go to the gym and I was just trying to maintain that pump. My rest times were short and everything I was doing was just to still feel my muscle full and pumped up. And really what's happening is you're lifting for ego. You're not lifting for results. So what I call this is you're playing not to lose, you're not playing to win.
You're playing to be the big guy.
You're playing to be the big guy in the moment, but playing to win is to actually build real strength and build a real physique. So don't get, you know, sucked into the whole idea of getting a pump. Go there and actually progress. Huge. So I think the second point we could probably agree on too is having training partners. Holy
oh my
shit.
Fucking God. That is the deal breaker right there. That is make it or break it.
Yeah.
The guys who are going in alone, dude, sometimes I have days where I don't even want to walk into the gym. And Sumner will look at me and be like, come on, you got 5 more. I'm
and
like,
vice versa.
Dude, I don't want to disappoint. So you just get so much out of it. Plus, it's fun.
Yeah, it's camaraderie.
It's fun.
Yeah. No, it's just like this constant friendly competition. We're always bouncing ideas off each other. And it makes it like, you know, not that you're going to the gym just to be social, but it makes it like a, I don't know, it adds a level of socialness to your lifts, that makes sense. So you build up a crew and everyone's comparing their numbers and whatnot, and it just adds another layer of
it's just a fun time. It makes it a team sport than a fucking solo sport.
Yeah.
And then it also gives you confirmation too, because like if someone else is watching you, they know if you've made progress, or they could tell you if you're like slipping up.
Yeah, that outside view is so critical. So I think having like solid training partners, don't play the whole lone wolf mentality. Again, I think this really applies to almost everything in life too, is that like the lone wolf bullshit, it's bullshit essentially. I think having a tight-knit crew with everything you do, it just elevates you. It's just amazing. It's just really important. So find yourself a solid gym crew if you don't have one already.
Or don't find yourself, make one.
Make one.
Yeah, pull someone into the gym and show them what it's all about.
Don't be scared to take someone to the gym that's never been there. Or hey, if you see someone at the gym, walk up to them. You know, be like, yo, I see what you're doing here. This is amazing. I'm doing the same thing, and just collaborate. Like, that's something Zach's really good at. Zach is, if he like sees someone and wants to give them a compliment in the gym, he goes and does it, and then that just blossoms a friendship most times. And so
I can't tell you how big our circle has gotten in San Diego just from doing that.
Yeah, yeah.
Even on Instagram too. Instagram's a big one.
Yeah, you see someone works out at the same gym as you, message them on Instagram. Don't be scared to get out of your bubble. Be social, get out there. It's gonna elevate your training, and for both of you guys, it's synergistic. It's not like you're leeching off them. Both people are gonna be elevated, so don't be scared to get out of your bubble. Third point. What's the third point? The third point, I kind of know what the third point is for me, but I want to know what your third point is.
Dude, I don't know what you've been thinking this whole work.
Yeah. Okay, so the third point for me is understanding when rest is appropriate.
Oh, okay.
Mainly through deloads, but even on like a more micro basis. Let's say you typically are on a 6-day training schedule per week. Yo, if you don't feel like training on that 6th or 5th or 4th day, take it off.
Yeah.
There's this mentality of like,
you gotta
grinding or
finish it.
Yeah, and again, in the time and place, that's good. But if you actually want to build quality, you want to build something that's impressive, you need to be in tune with your body, guys. Do not fight your body. And so when you need a rest day, take it. And more than that, going more macro, the idea of deloading. Deloading is like this weird, like taboo idea that no one talks about. It's almost like frowned upon. What we're doing right now on like a bulk is we take a deload on like the 8th to 9th week of our training block. So we just deloaded like 6 weeks ago. So we have a little bit longer, then we're gonna do a deload, and we're gonna keep on cycling that on. For me, strength at the wazoo.
Yeah.
Like just looking at like the deload for incline bench, like before what we were hitting versus what we just hit on incline bench. Deloading has done wonders for our strength, which obviously has done wonders for our physiques, because as you guys know, strength, physique, very, very correlated. And you know what? I'm gonna throw in a fourth point, maybe like a 3.5. Maybe this is half a point. I don't really know how big of a point this is, but I'm gonna put it out there. This is something that I've learned like the last, I don't know, 3 months maybe, is the idea of progressive overload obviously is super, super important, but never doing it sacrificing form, right? Because the thing is, like, people talk about mind-muscle connection. All mind-muscle connection is good form. That's all it is. You're gonna feel the muscle that's supposed to be contracted with good form. But most of us are going in there with such ego, or you're just focusing on hitting a certain number, that your form slips and then you're not actually feeling that muscle contract. Because a muscle contraction is important. That's a foundation of building muscle, is to actually contract. So, for me, it's been like, you can still progress if you're actually dropping the weight down and just focusing on good form. And so keeping good form is a key pillar in your training, and you can progress off there, if that makes sense, right? So like, let's say you can do 225 for 10 reps on flat bench, but your form's shit. Maybe doing 205 for 10 reps with really, really good form is gonna be better in the long run, because you're actually gonna be contracting the pectorals. And then from there, you can just bounce off that 205 and progress. Because again, it's just about that progression is what we're focused on, right? It's not about doing the most weight possible with, you know, no thought on form. And so for me, that's been huge, is that, like, you know, maybe slowing down, bringing the tempo down a little bit, focusing on form, especially on my flat bench. My form on my flat bench has gone so much better, and I felt my chest contract and my chest has grown, and I'm dropping the weight down. I'm not going insane. I know I could do a little more weight on my flat bench days, but I'm just focusing on that good form and just progressing off of that, if that makes sense. So that's like a little micro point. But just because you're in that whole progressive overload notion, which is good, you're in the right place, you're heading in the right direction, but don't sacrifice form. It's crucial. Yeah, I think that's pretty fucking good. I think we just summed everything up. Yeah. Any last points? I'm gonna put Zach's Instagram right there. Boom. I'm gonna put my Instagram right there. You guys know, if you want to follow us, you guys can follow us. And I might end this video right here. So if you don't see me, just look up for the next video. Be sure to subscribe, do all that good stuff. If you enjoy this video, drop a comment down below. We can talk. And maybe I won't end this video, and maybe you'll see me in the next clip. I don't know.